Welcome to Nerd Shot. Please like the video. Subscribe if you are not subscribed. I'm on the road to 50 subscribers here, guys. 50. Hey, at 50 subscribers, I'm going to get a cake. I'm going to smash it in my own face. Because I got a beard. And you know what looks good in a beard? Smash cake. It looks really good in a beard. Okay. So in case you've been living on a rock, what the is going on with Xbox and Phill Spencer? It seems like ever since Redfall came out, which was supposed to be one of the biggest games in Xbox history, I'm talking about just as big, if not bigger, than Gears of War. Right? Now we never knew that there would be a sequel to Gears of War, so we don't know that there will ever be a sequel to Redfall. Well, actually, I take that back. We kind of know that Redfall is done for. Everything about Redfall is horrible. Every review is horrible. Nobody likes Redfall. The worst game they've ever played, ever. Redfall was a complete waste of time. Throw it in the trash, start over. Bethesda, what the were you thinking? Right? Everyone's upset at Phill Spencer because of his bullshit apology for the way that he basically said, if you want to play games that are good, play on PlayStation. That's how I took it. If you want to play good games, buy a PlayStation 5. Stick with the Sony ecosystem. All the games, for some reason, are running better on the PS5. And the Xbox is known, allegedly, for being a powerful console. Because, you have your PCs, which are always going to be more powerful than a console. Reason being, you can put money into your PC. You can customize it. You can do whatever you need to do to your PC to make it better. You can't do that with a console. When you buy a console, you put your trust and your money and your investment into what that company has put together for you. Now, we're not going to rant. Okay, we're going to talk about why you guys came to this video. Okay, listen. Xbox, again, I said this years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago. Xbox has failed to innovate. Okay, they took the name Xbox. Okay, first off, every console except for 360 was a fucking box. They all looked horrible. Xbox 360 was the coolest. Okay, so Xbox One original was okay. It was pretty cool for the time. It still looks pretty cool, but the Xbox One looked like a VCR. It was horrible. The slim models were horrible. Actually, the slim models of the last slim model Xbox 360 was horrible. It looked just like the Xbox One. Then they came out with the Xbox One S, which was a white VCR. Then they come out with the Xbox Series S, which was a smaller VCR with a big black circle on the top of it. And then you got the Series X, which looked like it looks like a trash can. Or, like everyone else thought, a refrigerator. So everyone made fun of it because it looks like a refrigerator, which it does, and a trash can. The Xbox One X, the X-Bone, again, looked like a cable box or something that we don't even use anymore. A DVD player. It looked horrible. On the other hand, the PS5 looks like a building that you'll see in Dubai. It has the DualSense on the controller. Yeah, the battery life isn't the best, but they tried to target a market of quote-unquote next gen by implementing haptic feedback and making the controller better and different for a better and more next-gen like experience, where Xbox stayed with the same controller. Just horrible, man. There's no innovation at Xbox and Microsoft. They strive to be so powerful is their whole motive, is that they want to be powerful. They want to be the most powerful console. Well, guess what, guys? Power doesn't always win a race, okay? You have to innovate. You have to do something different. Nobody wants to grab it. I get it. You do want some similarities from like the old console. In your ecosystem, Xbox, your ecosystem is just the same thing. They recently sent an update to change the dashboard. They do change the dashboards a lot. But they brought over the old dashboard from last gen, and some people were not happy with that or about that, which was okay. You're familiar with it, right? But again, there's just no innovation over there. So with no innovation, they thought that they can go with more GPU and teraflops on the Xbox Series X. With PlayStation, they didn't use so many teraflops, and they focused on the SSD. And now we have all of these developers wowing the PlayStation's SSD, and everyone is frustrated because they're trying to make games next gen for the Xbox Series X, and the damn Series S is holding everything back. Where the PlayStation very soon, really soon, is going to release a PS4 Pro, and I believe they're going to get rid of the PS4, you know, for PS4 Pro, as far as making games and developers having to work on that old hardware, and they can focus on PlayStation 5's new hardware, and work towards the PlayStation 5 Pro and PlayStation 6. So everything they're doing right now is just lining up for the future. Xbox is trying to find a way to catch up. And again, Xbox is it's an American company, thank God. You know, I mean, we're obviously American. But you see, the thing here is America is really, really cocky. And Xbox came bursting through the door thinking that they were going to just kick Sony out of the... Sony's been doing this for so long. You know, they came in and they put up against Nintendo. They were put up against Nintendo. They were put up against Sega. So it wasn't always easy. But they had great developers and developed great games. And we've seen that the games were cheaper to produce with the PlayStation than it was Nintendo 64. You could fit way more memory. So people went with discs. And that's what stuck, is the disc. Yeah, you had the Sega Saturn, you had the Sega Dreamcast, but the PlayStation was what really stuck because it was different than anything else. And the games that were coming out for it, not only was it a Japan market, but here in the US, the games that came out for the PlayStation was it was amazing. I mean, Tekken. We had games that that weren't on the Saturn. Some games didn't come to the 64 because they couldn't make those games work for the 64 that worked for the PlayStation. PlayStation 2, the best Sony console ever, besides like Game Boy. Again, they came out with the most games I think ever. You know what I mean? Like 4,000 games somewhere around 4,000 games came out for the PS2, and it had a long stretch, the PS3. Okay, they started out bad, but as you see, it went on. The PS3 ended up winning the console war between 360, even though 360 was one of my favorite consoles, probably number 2 behind the GameCube. And then you had PS4, which was one of the best systems, again, one of the best systems ever. And PS5 is selling faster than the PS4 did at the same point in time, because they do things differently. Okay. And they're innovating. That's the whole problem here, is that Sony is willing to innovate and take risks. Xbox they just keep thinking they can come in with power and try to buy the best. They tried to buy Activision Blizzard, and it got denied. And now they're gonna settle with an appeal, and they have to appeal it just for it to still get denied. And now everyone's running shit. Phill Spencer feels like he should be fired. I'm sorry, the fans. Feel like Phill Spencer should be fired. If you're behind something, you stand behind it. No one's perfect, nothing's perfect. You stand behind your product. You stand behind the product that you represent. You as a customer, you're not obligated to, but don't be an Xbox fan and then down Xbox because they're doing bad right now, because their dick's in the mud right now. But Sony's had bad times. Nintendo's had bad times. Nintendo's still stuck on the freaking Switch. It's been how long? And they think they can come out with Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy for the Switch, and it's gonna run good. No, it runs fine on the PS4 and the Xbox One, but I don't know how they're gonna make this work on the Switch. If they do, that's amazing. You probably won't be able to do anything, and the visuals are gonna be horrible. And Nintendo Switch. Anyway, back to the Xbox. But yeah, man, they just have to innovate, man. And do things differently. Slow down a little bit. Stop trying to be a power horse and just think that you can just blow everybody out of the water because you're known for making the most powerful console ever. Yeah, that's cool, but be smart about it. This has been another episode of Nerd Shop. Please like the video. I'm really looking for 50 subscribers. Like I said, I'm going to do a smash cake all in the beard, because the beard is just a beard. And it looks way better with cake in it. So, please like the video, subscribe, man. If you don't like the video, dislike it. If you agree, tell me what's going on, whatever. Oh, and also another thing about Xbox.